The arrival of Doctor Facilier. In Canterlot High on the month of October, all of the students were busy working on banners, posters, and decorations for this school's Halloween costume party. It was only days away and everyone was getting excited about it while planning onto what costumes to wear. Sunset Shimmer and Psy Twilight were then walking down the hallway on their way to the cafeteria to see their friends while looking around seeing how everything was going. Well, this should be a good Halloween this year, don't you think, Twilight? Sunset Shimmer asks when she looked at Psy Twilight holding her puppy Spike as the two stopped in the hallway, looking to one another. Yes, but this is the first time for me and Spike to come to the party, and I don't want the. Sorry. And I don't know what costume to wear either, replied Psy Twilight, as she felt a bit nervous of this. But soon Sunset smiles a bit, knowing of what it felt like for her. Soon she places a hand on Psy Twilight's shoulder, giving her a little comfort. Hey, it's okay, you have lots of time of that, and besides, Pinky and Rarity will help you on choosing the perfect costume for you. Psy Twilight soon gave a small smile in feeling a little better, also to be glad Sunset was there for her. Soon the two went on their way to the cafeteria to check on their friends, as they saw them at a table waiting for them. Hey y'all, we'd been waiting for you to show up, Applejack said, greeting the girls, seeing them come over. So, is everyone excited about Halloween? 'Cause I am so pumped up about it, Rainbow Dash said with a big grin, getting excited about the spooky time of year. But to this, Fluttershy knew she didn't like being scared easily. Even Rarity knew that little problem as she saw Fluttershy soon feeling unsure. You guys, have you forgotten that Fluttershy gets easily frightened with scary things? Questioned Rarity while comforting Fluttershy. The others soon said they're sorry, but yet Sunset decided on an idea that could help make the Halloween party not too scary, soon to comfort Fluttershy too. Say, you guys, I know we can't have the Halloween costume party too scary. Two without two O's, and this is only one two. So that's kind of an error in this chapter 2. So I think we could try to put on a show to perform our new song and make Halloween of how we feel comfortable with, Sunset said when sharing her idea with the others. Even by the power of our friendship, Psy Twilight asked to Sunset's idea. Sunset Shimmer soon nodded and soon made the girls give her a group hug to let their first Halloween with Psy Twilight be the best one ever. The next day, the students are busy getting ready for the Halloween costume party. In the band room, Sunset Shimmer, Applejack, Rainbow Dash, Rarity, Fluttershy, and Pinkie Pie are thinking of which song they're going to play during their performance, while Psy Twilight and Spike sat there watching. So which song are we going to play for this year's Halloween? Rainbow Dash asked. Pinkie Pie answered Rainbow's question by showing her a list of tracks on her phone. We can play those scary songs as Thriller or Monster Mash or what about the song I found? Pinkie Pie plays I'm a Hex Girl. That's not even Disney or My Little Pony related. That's Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo, where are you? Song with her phone dancing to the tune, but the girls didn't think it was a good idea. Applejack grabs her phone and stops the song. Sorry, Pinkie, I don't think that song is such a good idea, said Applejack. Yeah, but it brings back too many memories. Oh, okay, so now we have the two with two O's in this sentence, but not in the other sentences earlier. Agreed Sunset Shimmer. What kind of memories? Psy Twilight Sparkle asked out of curiosity. The part when Sunset Shimmer stole Twilight's crown, who was a pony princess from another world, and turned into an evil witch monster. Pinkie explained and looked at Sunset and laughed nervously. No offense. None taken. Still used to it, replied Sunset. So what are you girls going to dress up for Halloween? Said Spike the dog. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna read Spike's lines in Scooby-Doo's voice. So what are you girls going to dress up for Halloween? Said Spike the dog. That's a good question, Spike, said Twilight. The Rainbooms are wondering the same thing about what to wear for the party, but Rarity stands up and said, well, Sunset Shimmer did tell me and Pinkie Pie about that perhaps I could make a few costumes to wear. I'm pretty sure I'll get used to wearing something for Halloween that's not so scary, worried Fluttershy. Relax, darling. It only happens once a year. You'll think of something, assured Rarity. Besides, spending time with us on Halloween should be awesome, said Rainbow Dash excitedly. I guess you're right. I'll enjoy this holiday this year, said Fluttershy. That's the spirit, said Sunset, as she wrapped her arm around her. Just then they hear the door knock. It was Principal Celestia, who was checking on the girls to see how they were doing. Sorry to interrupt, girls. How are your plans for your performance for the party? She asked. We're getting there. We're still trying to figure which song we're going to play for the show, answered Rainbow Dash. I'm sure you girls can think of something, and I'm proud of you all for coming up this idea for this year's party, said Principal Celestia with reassurance. No problem, Princess Celestia. It's what we do, said Applejack. All I need, Sunset Shimmer's help with something. No is in this sentence? Okay. Sure, what is it? Sunset asked Celestia. There's a visitor from New Orleans, Louisiana, who just came here to Canterlot, explained Celestia. The girls were surprised to hear that there's someone who traveled from far away to come to Canterlot High. New Orleans? Twilight asked. Yes, and I guess he's heard about those events we have here in CHS, and I figured Sunset Shimmer could show him around. Would you? Suggested Celestia. This is going to be Dr. Facilier's entrance into the story, isn't it? Sure, I'll be glad to do it, accepted Sunset Shimmer. Thanks. I must get back to my office. Keep up the good work, girls. Princess Celestia leaves the band room to return to her office. The girls are still surprised about what Principal Celestia said. This is the first time we heard about someone who traveled to New Orleans to Canterlot High. What, is this student the first New Orleans character that's going to be coming to Canterlot High? Ever since I transferred here from Crystal Prep, said Twilight. Yeah, I know what you mean. I wonder what he's doing here. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I wonder where he's come down here.
I don't know, said Twilight. The girls are thinking about this visitor, but Sunset declared to go see this for herself. When you girls figure which song you're going to use for the performance, I better go give this strange visitor a tour. Oh, so they're already calling him strange, despite the fact that he's just from New Orleans. See ya later, she said, and left the main foyer to give this strange visitor a tour of the school. Once Sunset is gone, the Rainbows are back to their business. We've still got a few minutes before lunch starts, said Rainbow Dash. So which song are we going to use? Then Applejack thought of the idea, While. Okay, that this guy just used While in the same sentence. She looked at lists of tracks on Pinkie Pie's phone and show one of the girls. Well, I saw a song from Pinkie Pie's phone and I figure this one should do it. Earth, Wind, Fire, and Air, sighed Twy while looking at the title. Wait. Did this dude forget to put asked in the sentence? Because this line is in a question mark, and then it's just sighed Twy while looking at the title. This guy forgot to put asked. That's another error. Yep, said Applejack before Pinkie grabbed her phone back. Oh, I love that song. Been listening to it ever since, she said excitedly. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's look at that lyrics and start playing, approved Rainbow Dash. I don't think that this is a Halloween song at all. Earth, Wind, Fire, and Air? That's not Halloween.
Well, this will be good,
said Spike proudly. In the main foyer of Candlelight High, Sunset Shimmer arrived with a brightness smile she could as she approached the visitor. Hi, are you the visitor from New Orleans? The visitor was Dr. Facilier, of course, who just arrived at Candlelight High and approaches the Sunset Shimmer. Indeed, Enchante, he said. A tip of the hat from Dr. Facilier. How y'all doing? Okay, so Dr. Facilier's just showing up without any, random disguise. And Sunset Shimmer's just gonna be, oh, you're completely okay. Great. Just great. Dr. Facilier gives Sunset his card, surprised, and reads it out loud. Dr. Facilier, tarot readings, charms, potions, dreams made real, Sunset said as she looks very interested about Facilier's appearance. That's another error. Didn't leave an apostrophe and then an S for Facilier's appearance. That's cool. Well, my name is Sunset Shimmer, and I'm here to give you the tour. Candlelight High is a great school. You're going to love it. Oh, yes, I'm just sensing there's something magical about this school of yours. Dr. Facilier grinned in an evil laugh as Maleficent Raven follows them. A few minutes have passed as Sunset Shimmer gives Facilier the tour. Yeah, this is totally not going to go wrong. Just trust this. Just trust this dude that does voodoo magic. Not hiding anything. Just proudly displaying his appearance. That's the science lab. Computer lab is in there. Oh, Sunset excitedly rushed to the poster of the Halloween costume party. We're having a Halloween costume party this week. The whole school is pretty much rallying about it. The Shadow Man became so interesting to... The correct grammar is... The Shadow Man became so interested, not so interesting to hear. What Sunset just said. A Halloween party, you say? He sinisterly grinned as he looked at Maleficent's Raven, who was watching from on top the lockers, thinking about the same thing. I'm sure since you're visiting, Principal Celestia would let you sign up if you're interested, Sunset Shimmer offered. Well, perhaps I could stick around for one event, said Dr. Facilier. I'd wager I'm in the company of performing a magic show. Really? Sunset asked. Oh, yes, he replied. I'm sure that my friends would be so interested for this party, because I got friends on the other side. If that doesn't blow any form of suspicion out the window, I don't know what is, because just saying friends on the other side, yeah, that's totally subtle. Really? Sunset asked. I already read this part. Sunset Shimmer looked confused about what Facilier said until she noticed the box of the Evil Queen gave in his pocket. That's a pretty box, she laughed nervously and grabs the box. what's in it. Sunset Shimmer was about to open it, but Maleficent's raven eye filled down and attacked her. Sunset used her arms to make it go away. What? Hey, go away. Shoo shoo, get out of here. Sunset throws the box at the raven, but he dodged it. It feared Dr. Facilier, thinking it would break. Careful with that, he shouted, and managed to catch the box before it hits the ground. Anything happens to this, I'm going to be... His temper terrified Sunset. Not wanting to cause any trouble, he took a breath and calmed himself, and smiled at the girl. I apologize for the way I lost my temper, said Dr. Facilier as he explained the box to her. It's just this box means so much to me. I just hate it if anything happens to it. Okay, said Sunset in a confusing voice. I thank you for this tour, Sunset, bowed the Shadow Man. But if you excuse me, I have to go speak to Principal Celestia of yours about this Halloween party. Dr. Facilier walks angrily away as Maleficent Raven continues to follow him. Leaving Sunset Shimmer looked suspicious to him as Facilier left Sunset. He angrily looked at the box and see there's no damage and wasn't angry at the Raven. Then he thought of an idea on how to get Celestia and Luna's trust. He whistles his two shadow minions from the other side. My friends, I may have a way to gain Principal Celestia and Vice Principal Luna's trust, grinned Facilier. Soon I need you to do a small favor for me. And that concludes Chapter 2. Already we're getting some errors in the in this fanfiction, mainly being grammar and sentence errors. Not to mention that Sunset Shimmer is somehow gullible and just completely okay with the fact that, he just looks completely menacing. If we take a look at Dr. Facilier's appearance, he's someone who cannot be trusted.